Storage units are big, big business. It is estimated that 1 in every 10 households has a storage unit where they keep extra stuff they're not using. There are a lot of reasons why people have storage units. Some contractors actually run their businesses out of storage units. Sometimes someone will be moving to a new home, they have to get out of their old home, maybe they're just staying in an apartment for a short period of time, so they put most of their belongings into a storage unit. That's short-term storage. That's a good reason to use a storage unit. Sometimes someone passes away, the family doesn't want to have to deal with all the things from the house, so they pack everything up and they put that in a storage unit and generally just kind of forget about it. And there are the people who just have so much stuff in their house that they start renting storage units to keep the stuff in the storage unit. So there's a lot of reasons why it's such a big business. If you have a storage unit, the first thing I recommend you do is create an inventory list so that you know every single thing that you have in your storage unit. That way, if you're looking for something, you'll know whether it's there or not. Also, your best bet is to put things into plastic storage containers. Cardboard boxes tend to get moisture and they deteriorate over time. So you've rented a storage unit and you've put your things in there and you've made up your inventory list. What you want to do now is sit down and value what's on that list. How much are the items actually worth? And then I want you to compare that to how much you're paying for the storage unit. I used to flip storage units, and I can tell you that most of the time the things that were in the storage unit weren't worth what the people were paying for a whole year's worth of storage. So you've got to weigh one against the other. Is it better just to let the things go and then purchase new things when you need them rather than keep paying for them for long-term storage? So some of the things that you obviously don't want to store in your storage unit are trash, old light bulbs, kitchen utensils that are no longer any good, cards, just paperwork. Get rid of that stuff. Don't spend money to store that. But likewise, things that you also don't want to store, cash. You want to cash that in. You don't want to stick it in your storage unit. Besides not leaving cash in your storage unit, don't put checks in there. Don't put credit cards in there. Licenses, anything that has your ID on it, stamps, anything that you can consume has no business being in your storage unit. Another thing that you don't want to store in your storage unit is your tax returns. They've got your income on there, your address, your social security number. It's a great way to have identity theft. So don't put that stuff into a storage locker. Keep it in your house. Remember, everything in a storage unit is going to be covered in a layer of dust. So if it's anything at all that's valuable to you, you're going to want to package it very carefully because there's one thing that's common in all storage units, and it's dirt and dust. Dirt's not the only thing that shows up a lot in storage units. Mice. Even though they put traps around all over the place, I have never cleaned out a storage unit that didn't have mice dirt in it. So do not store food or anything that's going to draw the mice in. And if you have something valuable, you want to pack it in such a way that hopefully the mice can't get into it because they're going to ruin it. So the takeaway from all of this is that, first of all, make sure whatever you're putting in your storage unit is not trash. It's not something that's going to draw insects or mice in and make everything trash. The second thing is figure out why you're keeping that stuff and how valuable is it, and is it worthwhile you spending money to hold on to it? Because you can spend an awful lot of money holding on to stuff that really just doesn't have a whole lot of value.